Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the most I'm sorry. This is not a review. I'm sorry. I messed up the intro horribly, my goodness. I'm very sorry about that, but today I'm going to be going over the most, wow, okay, I messed up again, I'm sorry. Okay, that's the second botch of the entire video. Alright, today I'm going to be ranking every single Monday Night Football game from last season, so yeah. All 21 games in a list. So, yeah, from worst to first. That's how this goes. I did this with Sunday Night Football last week, so we're going to do it Monday Night Football this week. So, yeah, I did Thursday Night Football a long time ago, but it was in a different format. So, yeah. But let's get right into it. The first game, or the worst game I have on here, is number 21. Going to the Eagles versus the Packers on week 10. This game sucked. Basically, it's straightforward, sucked. They didn't score a single point for the entire first half. It was kind of good defense, but Kevin Petrillo's horrible offense. And yeah, it was just terrible. Eagles won this game 10-7. It was just the worst game, like one of the worst games of the year. Bottom five game of the year for sure. It was just nope. Very low scoring affair. Was very boring. Like I said, like 30 seconds ago, like no scoring in the first half. That's how boring this game was. So yeah, let's move on to number 20. So at number 20, you got here is the Chargers versus the Raiders from week 2. This was an early one, but yeah, this one started like at 9 p.m. So nobody wanted to watch this game because Monday Night Football had those doubleheaders at the start of the year, and doubleheaders are a horrible idea. Um, First of all, because there were two horrible games, and not horrible, but yeah, you would have very terrible games scheduled behind the first game, which would usually be pretty good. This was the case here. This game started at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and ended like at 1 a.m. in the morning. So, yeah, and the game sucked too. Geno Smith sucked. This was like the first reminder that Geno Smith, or this was the first game where we figured out, oh gosh, no, Geno Smith is terrible. And he threw like 3 picks. Chargers got like a touchdown or two early on in the game, and then nothing really happened afterwards. It was a bore fest, and honestly, this being at 12 a.m. just made it just so much worse because America wanted to go to sleep, but obviously, since they're football fans, they would love to watch the sport. I mean, a fake fan would not watch the game, low key. But very dumb. Chargers won this game 20-9. It was just uh nope, terrible game there. So yeah, let's move on to number 19. So coming in at number 19, from week 4, you got the Bengals versus the Broncos. This game was just ass. Just generally ass. All it was Bronco. It was the Broncos just killing the Bengals 28-3. This is where Jake Browning sucked, and yeah, the Bengals just couldn't do anything. The Broncos, I mean, yeah, they did what they could. That's it. 28-3. That's it. It was horrible game right here. Just a snoozer once again. So yeah, let's move on. Next up at number 18, you got the Week 12 matchup with the Panthers versus 49ers. Yeah, once again another snoozer. It was sort of entertaining at first with all the turnovers by both teams, but it ended up being a bore fest. Really, Niners won 20-9, which for some reason was a recurring score throughout the year. But that's pretty much about it. Like there was nothing noteworthy about this game except for the turnovers, like I just said. So yeah. And notice the theme. These games are all ass so far. So yeah, let's move on. Coming in at number 17 was the Commanders versus Chiefs from week 8. Once again, ass, basically. So, yeah. I mean, it was close at first. I mean, it was kind of a good defensive game at first, and then they tied it up at 7, but then after that, the Commanders just never showed up again. So, yeah. Chiefs won 28-7. Very forgettable. This was, yeah, very forgettable. Very dull. Yeah, waste of a primetime game. The first, 5 games of this list have been a waste of primetime games. So, yeah. Let's move on. Coming in at number 16, the Week 13 matchup between the Giants versus Patriots, and yeah, at least there was more scoring in this game, kind of. Yeah, kind of. This was just Drake May and the Patriots just dominating the Giants. I mean, you had some highlight moments in this matchup. You had Young Wei Koo completely stubbing his toe on a field goal kick. You had a cool punt return in the first quarter, and you had very vicious hits by both sides. I mean, it was entertaining there, but nothing really else that's very interesting. Yeah, Patriots won this game, 33-15? So, yeah, kind of a blowout. It was basically a blowout because I think the Giants scored at garbage time. So, the real score was like 33-7 or something, yeah. But, yeah, very forgettable, very uninteresting. So, yeah, let's move on. And so coming in, we're entering the top 15 now, which this is where the games start to get a little bit better, but nothing too awesome, I would say. You have the Dolphins and Steelers from week 15, and I'm going to tell you this right now, I remember nothing from this game. Like, the score was like, 30-15 Steelers, and that's it. Like, there's nothing interesting about this game. I think the Dolphins were already eliminated by this point, so there's no point in watching it if you're a casual fan. Yeah, not an ass whooping, I would say, but it kind of was. I think the Dolphins scored also in garbage time too. So yeah, it was just very forgettable. Like you remember nothing from this game because it was so interesting. It was so interesting. And this matchup nobody wanted to see throughout the entire year anyway. So yeah, very forgettable. It wasn't a bad like a super bad game. It was just very forgettable, just boring. Nobody cared. So yeah, especially this late in the year, you would want to see more compelling matchups, but no. Dolphins and Steelers on prime time, guys. Wow, so promising, right? Well, yeah, let's move on to the 14th spot. In 14th place, you got the Week 11 matchup between the Cowboys and Raiders. Now, I will say, this game started off kind of competitive, low-key, because the Cowboys' defense is so ass. They allowed 6 points to the Raiders in the first quarter and never looked back. Only allowed a field goal from there in the first half. They were up like 24-9 at halftime. But it was sort of entertaining seeing how the Cowboys were trying to crawl around the Raiders until they actually figured out how to play them. And with Geno Smith sucking, like, it made sense. So, yeah. But ever since that first quarter, the Cowboys just pulled away. They won 33-15. So, once again, another forgettable game. So, yeah, that's about it there. As a Cowboys fan, I would put this at number 1. But as an unbiased ranker, I guess, I'd probably put it at number 14. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, the next up on these lists, you got both Week 7 games, actually, on week 13th and 12th place. This one I hate more because, oh my gosh, it was ugly and ended like at almost 1 in the morning. Well, at least where I live, it was like 1:35 when this game ended on the East Coast. Dude, this game was ugly to watch, honestly. Same thing with the Bucks-Lions game after this one, but this was just ugly, dude. Oh my god. It was just very jarring, very draggy as well. Some stupid ass calls were took so long to be made. Some of the flags were dumb as hell too. It was just the most jarring game of the year, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't the worst game. It was just it felt like a million years, honestly. This game it felt like it would never end. It started like at what? Okay, the Monday night game ended like at this game started like at 9 o'clock here, and it at 12:35. So yeah, it was just My dad came back and he's like, "The game's still going on." I'm like, "Yes, it will never end." Really. Seahawks won 27-19, and yeah, I mean it was cool in some aspects. They had the Texans defense. This is where they showed out as well. Like they got 4 turnovers and still couldn't win the game. That Texans offense put me to sleep a lot of times last year. But they also kept me awake for sometimes last year, so I'm not gonna really fault them for that. But dude, it was this ugly, ugly game right here. Seahawks won this one, but that's 4 hours I'll never get back out of my day. Oh my gosh. Let's move on to the 12th spot, which I already said it was the Bucks-Lions game. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that game was jarring too, really. I mean, yeah, I thought that game was gonna be like a barn burner or something, but it was just very jarring to watch. I don't know. And we're not even knowing the bad games. We're already going to the 11th place, so let's move on to that one. All right, the final spot before the top 10 goes to the Jets versus Dolphins from Week 4. This was another one of those Monday Night Football doubleheader matchups, which was dumb as crap. Both Week 4 matchups were so ass. I'm so glad I watched Monday Night Raw over this. My goodness. Nobody remembers this game except for that Tyreek injury. That's it. This was another very, very boring or forgettable game. At least the Jets kind of kept it close at the end of it, but at the same time, it was just nothing promising at all. Just Tyreek got hurt. That's the only thing people remember from this game is that ugly knee injury, which I'm getting flashbacks of that. My goodness, I would see that shit in my nightmares. My gosh. But yeah, that's it. That's the number 11 spot. We're going to go in the top 10 at least. Yay! Whatever. And so we're in the top 10 now. We got the Cardinals and Cowboys from Week 9. We're still not in the good game territory yet, but all right. This game, the infamous game, which this is the game where Marshawn Kneeland scored his last touchdown in his NFL career. And I want to reiterate, if you're ever feeling like you're left out or you're feeling alone or something, it's not embarrassing or it's not anything that you should be ashamed of. If you want to ask for help, you can ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. So yeah, just a reminder to everyone. I just want to put that out there because we don't want to see more stuff like that. Like you're valued. You belong here. You belong here. I promise that. But yeah, for this game, it was a little forgettable. I mean, it was kind of it was forgettable. It was forgettable, I would say. The Cardinals beating the Cowboys at home all the time is honestly something that's pretty like an intriguing headline. Kyler Murray's never lost there. But now a correction is the Cardinals really never lose there at this point. But yeah, the Cowboys tried to form a comeback, but it was just a half-assed comeback. Like you only had one touchdown in that fourth quarter, which was against Illinois. Like nothing really something to talk about here because like this game was once again forgettable. So yay, another forgettable game. Let's move on. Oh gosh. All right, number 9, we got the Week 14 matchup with the Eagles and Chargers. This one was like boring at first, but it ended up being decent. I'll say that. Nothing, not a barn burner or anything. I thought it ended up being pretty decent, so that's pretty cool there. Yeah, the memorable play from this game was Jalen Hurts throwing a pick and then fumbling it. So throwing a pick, getting the ball back, and then fumbling it there, and the Chargers getting. I don't know. I forgot what happened, but I just do know it was 2 turnovers in one play. That was crazy. Hurts threw like 4 picks here. That was crazy too. And at the end of it, it was very competitive defensively. I mean, and it was very interesting. And the Chargers won this game 22-19, which damn, I thought the Eagles were gonna fall off here. My goodness, but yeah, close game. Very not must watch, I would say, but it was intriguing because it had you like wondering like, are the Eagles actually gonna pull this off or are they gonna lose? Yeah, it was a little intriguing, and it went to overtime too, so that was pretty cool there. But the Chargers ended up getting the win 22-19. So yeah, not that bad, not that bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, coming in at number 8 is the Week 1 match with the Monday Night Football opener matchup with the Vikings and Bears, and nothing better to start off with your football year with a comeback one, right? This is where we thought J.J. McCarthy was going to be good, and we thought the Bears were going to be Super Bowl champions over this game. Not kidding. But, yeah, very entertaining game because, yeah, comebacks are usually very entertaining. It's kind of a me issue. Like, I always rank games high because, yeah, comebacks are pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, this game was that. So, yeah, the Bears were up, like, by 11 at halftime, and then yeah, Vikings just came back, and yeah, it ended up being pretty interesting there. The Bears tried to, like, at least rebuttal with that comeback, but didn't end up working out. The Vikings got the win, like, what, 27-24, I believe. But yeah, it was entertaining, I would say. So yeah, it was entertaining for a Week 1 matchup. So yeah, I'll give it that. So yeah, pretty cool there. We're getting better. We're getting better. But damn, dude, I'm just noticing right now that the Monday Night Football stretch was brutal this year. My gosh. A lot of these games are so forgettable. My gosh. All right, coming in at number 7, you got the Week 2 matchup, the first Week 2 matchup. The second one we already passed it a long time ago because it sucked. But this one was honestly not that bad. Week 2, Buccaneers and Texans started out pretty hot. Then it got into a defensive shootout. Like defensive shootout, I mean defense was doing good on both ends. And then at the end of it, became that last minute scoring affairs with the Texans and the Bucks. So yeah, I would say it was good like that. Buccaneers won this game 2019. It was pretty close towards the end of it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it the number 7 spot, but I don't know why this next game is in the 6th place spot. I was on crack when I put that. I have no idea. Look at this game. All right, and coming in at number 6 was the Bills and Falcons game. Was it actually that good? How come I remember nothing from this game. Why is it in my top 6? I have no idea. I think the Falcons were up like what 21-7, and the Bills came back for like 1 touchdown. They lost like what 24-4. I don't even know. Why was this game in my top 6? Was it good? Like, did the score? I have no idea, but it's in my top 6, I guess. It was sort of entertaining, I guess. You had that 1 touchdown by Bijan by 83 yards. Or was that not this game? I have no idea. It was one of those Monday Night Football doubleheaders, so I did not give 2 fucks about this game because I was watching the Bears game. So, yeah, pretty cool. Oh my gosh, dude. Can ESPN get rid of those doubleheaders, please? It's so annoying. It really is. Nobody likes it. Nobody does. Like, unanimously, nobody likes it. Like, my goodness, get rid of them, please. All right, so coming in at number 5, the top 5, we got the Rams and Falcons from Week 17. This was the last matchup of the year. It was pretty entertaining to see. Yeah, that 92-yard touchdown from Bijan, which definitely clinched a lot of fantasy championships for sure. And I think that was the run that made the Falcons, or that made fantasy users go, okay, we got to pick that guy first overall next year, which that's going to happen, so I got to get ready for that. But yeah, this game wasn't all bad. I thought it was pretty interesting. The Rams came off of that comeback loss against Seattle the week prior. So coming into this game, I'm like, okay, how are the Rams going to enter this game? And they were down 21, I believe, and it was honestly pretty insane. And they came back, and then they were down by 3, and then Puka Nacua, like, only that no catch, which I think was pretty BS, by the way. That no catch is what gave the Falcons a win. I thought it was a pretty entertaining ending because it came out of that much. It came out to a bad call, which is unfortunate, but it's for good TV. And I thought this game was entertaining enough to go in the top 5. So yeah, I guess Falcons with 2 Falcons. By the way, they had an insane stretch to end the year. Can we talk about it? But yeah, in my top 5, that's where this game goes. So yeah, let's move on to some actual good games now. Finally. All right, and now in 4th place, you got the Bears and Commanders from Week 6. This was the game where we were like, okay, the Bears are good, and yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I'll say that one. I don't really know much. I don't know how to describe it, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, the Bears got the win 25-24, I believe. So yeah, I think there was 2 weeks in a row where the Bears won 25-24 against the Commanders and Raiders. So that was pretty cool there. But yeah, this game was, I thought it was pretty good. So now moving on to the top 3. Let's go. Starting off your top 3, you got the Week 16 shootout between the 49ers and Colts, and my goodness. This was one of the Phillip Rivers games, and this was the best one. I did not think, like, this game started off so freaking well because it was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Phillip Rivers slugging that thing at age, like, what, 45? I don't even know. I'm exaggerating, maybe. But that dude with 10 kids and already a bad back, I'm kidding, by the way, as well. Senior citizen, throwing footballs and still doing dimes. He was doing amazing in this game until the end of it, but yeah, it was a very entertaining shootout. It lasted all the way till halftime. It was just very fun. The Niners did not punt the entire game as well because they were on a streak of not punting for an entire month, so that was pretty cool there. It was a very nice shootout, and then the Niners kind of took control. And Phillip Rivers threw a pick 6 at the end of it. But it was still, like, regardless, it was a very, very fun game to watch. I was entertained the entire way throughout. So, yeah, loved that little Phillip Rivers one when we got it. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, but that's about it there. The Niners won 48-27. And, yeah. But let's move on to second place. In second place in the runner-up position is the Chiefs and Jaguars from Week 5. Started off as they come back from the Jaguars. They were down 14-0. Then they came up 21-14. You had the Mahomes pick 6, and then you had the crazy final 2 minutes. Great game throughout, and yeah, the Trevor Lawrence iconic touchdown with him falling over, but then still getting up, and Chris Jones not even caring at that point. So yeah, but the Jaguars winning 31-28 were making us say, "Damn, the Chiefs! What happened to them? They're not clutching them like they used to." So yeah, and it made us realize like, oh wait, the Jaguars actually might be a good team this year. So yeah, it was a very fun game, and the Jaguars won 31-28, very tight as well. So yeah, awesome to see there. And now let's move on to the number 1 spot. And coming in at number 1, you got the Lions and Ravens from Week 3. In my opinion, the best Monday Night Football game of the season. My opinion, because it's my list. But yeah, my opinion, my favorite game of the entire, not my favorite game of the entire year, but my favorite Monday Night game of the year. Just a basic shootout, just scoring after scoring after scoring, very entertaining, very fast paced as well. Lions ended up winning 38-30, but yeah, it ended up being very, very fun to watch. So yeah, that is my favorite Monday Night Football game of the year. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, everybody. Thank you for watching. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Goodbye.